Now here's how we speed map. I've already got my clip set up on the timeline. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make video 1 a little taller. So I come over here and just hover above V1 and drag up a little bit, and that'll make video 1 a little taller. Once you've done that, then you're going to come over here to the little teeny FX. You're going to right click on that. You're going to say time remapping and set it to speed. So now you can set the keyframes for speed mapping. So what you'll do is you'll find a spot where you want your speed mapping to start. Let's pick a spot right where the rider goes off the jump. So like say right there. Then we take the pin tool and we set a start point or a keyframe. So there's my keyframe. Now I'm going to watch, kind of come down the timeline a little bit, and that's where my slow motion will end. So then I'm going to come here with the pin tool and I'm going to set another keyframe. So there's my 2 keyframes where my slow motion is going to take place. Now I get the arrow tool, and if I want to speed things up, I go up. If I want to slow things down, I drag down. So I'm going to drag down to slow this down. So now it's slowed down. So let's watch. So then it slows down, and then now it's going to speed back up. Now let's say we want this little section here in the middle to, to go really fast because it's kind of, we want to get on to the next part. So what we'll do is the same thing again. This time we're going to take the pin tool and we set a keyframe, and then we'll kind of watch where the rider goes. And right about the time the rider hits the jump, we'll say, okay, that's where I want the speed up to go. So then I'm going to make another keyframe. So take the arrow tool and I drag up. And that will speed things up and make that little duration go faster. So there's our slow motion. And then boom, everything speeds up. And then we want to have a freeze frame, like right where they're in the middle of the air. So to get a freeze frame, we come over here and there's a camera, and you literally are going to take a picture. And then you make sure that the format is JPEG, and we'll just call this, still 1. And we'll say, make sure that it says import to project, and we'll say okay. Now, this still shows up right here in the bin. And all we have to do is hold down the command key and drag to where we want it to go, and it'll automatically push everything down. Now this is a long time for this still to sit here. We probably want it to sit here for a less amount of time. So we come over here and we get the ripple edit tool, and we'll just drag the edge in so that it's a shorter duration and see how the other part of the clip will follow. So now when we watch the whole sequence, there's our slow motion, our speed up, and then our freeze frame. And then we want this to look a little smoother, so we take the arrow tool and we right click on our clip, and then we're going to go to time interpolation, and we're going to say optical flow, and that will smooth out the slow motion. And that's how you apply speed mapping to a clip.